Hey everybody, happy Monday. Hope you're all fantastic and awesome. You've had a great weekend and you are ready to get this week started. Now, I've been thinking a little bit about how people operate and also, how I operate. And one of the things that I've been thinking about has been around motivation. So some people are really, really motivated. Good morning, Tamara. Super motivated by moving towards a goal, right? They're motivated by the pull of hitting a particular revenue target. They're motivated by being able to impact and influence a group of people. They might be motivated and excited to achieve that thing, and that can be enough to kind of move them towards that goal. Good morning, Kate. Yay, thanks for joining. Some people, however, and this can change actually. So to qualify this, sometimes you might be motivated by moving towards a goal, example, getting a six-pack, and other times you might be motivated by something a little bit different. So another motivation is by moving away from pain. So I really don't like the champagne bloat, right? So I'm more motivated to get rid of that versus moving towards a six-pack. So they're the two main ways that people are motivated, right? Either by moving towards a goal or a desire or the achievement of that thing, or they're moving away from pain. So that's moving away from some kind of discomfort. It's like your finger goes on the oven, on the stove top. It's like, that's hot. They'll move really quickly, right? So they're the two main ways. However, I've also learned, and I've been thinking about this morning, that there's another way that's kind of a mix of all of these, a mix of both of these two things together. And I think this is something that I actually utilize more often than not. Good morning, Kelly. So this is a secret. It's not really a secret. You'll be like, oh, is that it? So for me, the thing that really motivates me is to really get out of my comfort zone, right? But it's more around creating a way for me to be scared, essentially. So I play roller derby, and one of the things that I get scared about is if I'm the jammer and I'm facing a wall of people that I need to try and skate through, I'm actually quite scared usually about getting through, about how fast, about how I'm going to get through, am I going to get stuck, all of that. And then that creates enough pent up kind of like energy. It's like shaking up a can, and then enough to be able to go bang and then get me out of the starting blocks. So what is it for you? What is it that scares you? Is it putting on an event? Good morning, Judith. Is it standing up in front of a group of people? Is it working towards a revenue goal? Is it doing a new online thing? Is it starting some advertising? Tamara's just launched a new challenge for parents. Is it about that? Kelly is about going and making sure that she's making offers. Kate's got a workshop coming up. The thing is that if you can find that thing that scares you, that's usually the pathway for you to actually achieve that thing that you want or move away from the thing that you don't. So sometimes we can find the path of least resistance. Other times it's really about finding something that really actually scares the shit out of you, facing that fear, doing the thing anyway, and just making it happen. Now, one of the threats to you doing all of this stuff is around procrastination. Now, and I think the actual thing that ties in with this is sometimes if we're contemplating doing something that we're scared about, for example, investing in a new mentor, going and trying some ads, launching out a new book that you hope people like, but you don't know if they will. There's all of these things rattling around. And if you can work out what they are, right? Work out what that thing is that you want to do, that thing that you're scared of. Where procrastination comes in my opinion, is where we go completely into catastrophization mode. It's where we go, oh, exactly, Kate, what if no one turns up? What if I put it on and I lose my words? What if I write this book and no one buys? What if I launch this ad and I spend $50 and I don't get any leads? What happens if I invest in this mentor and I don't get any results? What if I blah, 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 blah? And then all of a sudden, this tiny little kernel of worry that might have been like the size of a piece of blue tack, that is all of a sudden a weight on your shoulders, this massive like weight of the world on your shoulders, keeping you in procrastination mode and keeping you from getting back out and doing the thing in order for you to achieve the goal or move away from the thing that you don't want, right? I trust that makes sense. So the trick here is, that acronym that goes around the internet all the time, FEAR, is an acronym of false evidence appearing real, right? The more we catastrophize, the more real it actually feels. And we keep playing that movie over and over and over in our head, like, oh, what if I don't make any sales? Oh, what if I don't make any sales? And then all of a sudden you're sabotaging yourself. It doesn't work like that. So you've got to be super self-aware to be able to nip that in the bud, bring it back down to this and go, well, you know what, shit, what's the worst that happens? Seriously, what is the worst that happens? Are you going to be booted out of your house? Are you going to be homeless? Are you going to lose your family? No? Well, then maybe it's an unreasonable, in the scheme of everything, an unreasonable fear when perhaps that catastrophization, that worst case scenario is really bad, but the chances of that happening, if you're really aligned and you're working towards something that you want or moving away from something that you don't want, the chances of that really bad catastrophe thing happening anyway are so small. So feel the fear and do it anyway. When you've got that idea and you work out what it is that you're scared about, get out there and do it. If you're scared of spiders, then maybe go and do some research on them. If you're scared of skating, go find somewhere to roller skate. If you're scared about writing a book, go find someone to help you. Right? You don't have to do this on your own. Just because you're afraid of something doesn't mean you have to face that fear on your own and do it anyway. All right? But I would really encourage you to be really aware of how much you catastrophize. So get scared, get excited, right? And work out whether you are motivated by moving towards pleasure, like moving towards achieving a goal, a dream, a desire, or if you're more motivated by moving away from pain. Because if you find that you're procrastinating, unmotivated, you've got to find something that's going to push you in either of those directions to get you moving. Okay? So that's us today. Get scared, everybody. That's my secret sauce to all of the things. Have fun with it. Get visible. Go change some lives. Go help some people. And I will talk with you tomorrow. Tomorrow we are talking about different ways that people will come into your stuff, how to apply that into marketing, how to apply that into your positioning and on the different platforms so that you can really start to leverage who you are in order to be able to connect and engage with your audience. All right, everyone, have a beautiful week. Can't wait to catch up with you tomorrow. Have a beautiful Monday. Get out there and help some people. Talk to you all soon. Bye.